So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Legend, title winner, in some sense a trendsetter. Claude Makelele was certainly all of those things. In his first season in English football, his team won the league. He's had a shot! And that has skinned the post.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Makelele. It's a pretty loose pass. Park Ji-sung. Cafu. It's a really well-measured ball. No, that's been intercepted. Makelele. Roberto Carlos. Looking to play him in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Xavi Alonso. Griezmann. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. He's in plenty of space here. Tries to get it clear. And it's Beckham. And he's intervened well there. Searching pass, he's played that. Torres! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Roberto Carlos. Beckenbauer with the clearance. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
It's Park Ji-sung. Oh, that's fabulous. Opts to play it back. Cafu. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Tchouaméni providing an outlet on that flank. And the shot! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now that looks a decent ball. Played in. Defending of the desperate variety. Azar. Looking for options for movement. Back into the middle. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, that's well spotted. Cafu.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Mbappe. Takes a shot! And he's following up! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cafu. Xabi Alonso is there, and he can get that clear. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's a promising position. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Back when it goes. And it's Xabi Alonso. Germany upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
And he's managed to get free. Well, they've got it again. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Beckham does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And it's played forward. And that pass just didn't quite work. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. It's a good foot in there. Driving on and making good progress. And here's Azar. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He has found the way through. Azar! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Germany really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Serginho. Now he's got space here. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Torres. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Mbappe aims beyond the defence. He is through here. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Beckham. And he's had a hit! Messi. Defending was strong and firm. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's having a shot! Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Griezmann. That is good alertness. Mbappe! Now this could be a chance. There's the shot! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Germany are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Great defending, strong and determined.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Azar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too. Great chance! It's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Great ball, and he's in here. Tries a shot! Oh, taken with style. So smooth. A signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Germany go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Threads one in. Out to the left it goes. Beckham. Now it's Torres. Tries to pass it through. Beckham looking to run onto it. Bullish header! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And yes, it's him again. So now the difference is 3.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Germany with the corner, they're first. Kahn gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That looks a good ball through. He's one or goes for a shot! He scores! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Corner number 2 then. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Cafu. Kahn punts it upfield. Tchouaméni running with the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Germany clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Shapes to shoot! And he nearly went all the way.
Danielson just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Great vision. Beckenbauer. Donatoni. That ball looks a good one. And he cuts out the supply. Danger averted for now. That's that, the end. Oh, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Please be reminded that drinking is only
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter,
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And for those unfamiliar with it, this is the 48,000-seater Estadio Akron, one of the principal venues for 2026. So it's down to business here. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian export ever.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hugely popular, and it's hard to argue if you look at his record at the very top level. A player with an impeccable work ethic and discipline, and he has the knack of turning up at all the big games too.
Messi. And Messi! That comes as a mighty relief. And this is Park Ji-sung. Aimed beyond the defence. This looks promising. He's found the will! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Oh, this looks sharp. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely aimed pass. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Doué. Now, can they get him away? Looking to play him in. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he was quick to react. And here's Burak Yilmaz. He's gone for goal! Yilmaz! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. There is the breakthrough. Truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Out towards the flank, Roberto Carlos. That's Doué. And the shot! And now they can clear their lines. Park Ji-sung is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big... And a chance! Superb from Doué! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Doué. Can he get it through? And this is Burak Yilmaz. Howson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That's going to go a long way. Milan with the corner, they're first. Shapes to shoot! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
He's picked his way through. Olise! He steps in, and one more try! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And he's in on goal. Roberto Carlos looks across and plays it in. And how did he not make it four? That's a cute ball. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Played into space. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Can he spark a counter here? Roberto Carlos looking for options for movement. Xabi Alonso kept his eye on it, and he's there. Beckenbauer threads one in. Gikia cuts out the pass. Roberto Carlos, and he's worked it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but...
Can he finish? And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Batistuta. That is good alertness. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Señoras y señores, en la pantalla se mostrará la información de cómo salir del estadio.
That gets things going for the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. And the shot! Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Bale. Now it's Doué. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Lee Kang-in gets into a good position. And he's managed to gift it back. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Olise. Now it's Olise. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good spread. Has crossed into the middle. Serginho. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that's ambitious. Keeper is right behind it.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Doué. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yilmaz picks it up out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's in plenty of space here. Lee Kang-in. Oh, that's fabulous. Picked out brilliantly. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Se está realizando un cambio.
And it's Belletti. He has a look up. Has a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Batistuta.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
He's in a great position here. They're urging him to shoot. And Batistuta! And the keeper threw out a limb.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
He's there to head it! And that is a truly outstanding save. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No foul, says the referee. Milan do have a chance to counter here. It's a promising position. Doué. He is Doué! That tested the keeper.
Doué probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners.
Cambio.
It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Madrid have a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Cambio en el Milán. Número 4.
So time for change.
Número 55.
And this one has been on the cards for a
Número
little
19.
while.
Número 88. Entran número 11.
Dani
número
Olmo.
22.
Dani Olmo
Número 10.
going face-to-face
Número
with his
30.
great rival,
Messi.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And that pass just didn't quite work. Dani Olmo, he's got shot at goal! It's loose, and it's fallen kindly here. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Neymar really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
Now it's Batistuta. Ball's played through. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Bojan. He's having a shot! He has done it! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Convertido en el minuto 77. Número 9.
So is this the start of a comeback? He's got plenty of space out wide here. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Dani Olmo. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Olmo. Not the most accurate pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. Doué. Doué charging forward, the ball at his feet. Tries to pass it through.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he's had it nicked away. Good read, needed to be. Cristiano Ronaldo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Serginho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Kubasi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos puts his foot on the gas. Goes for a shot! No mistake! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Roberto Carlos. Well, that looks a cracking ball. And he's heaved it away. Milan have it back and can go again. Swept in. Danger averted for now. Doué. And this is Batistuta. Couldn't squeeze it through. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Madrid have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. So what do you take away from it all? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
South Korea against Russia.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Fernando Torres is looking really fired up here, Peter.
Well, he's been a favourite of yours for years, hasn't he?
Well, club biases aside, I don't think I've ever seen a striker who's so outstanding.
Richarlison! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Richarlison is offering a wry smile there.
Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. This is their second corner of the game. Now the ball... Yamal! Harmlessly behind. Messi thinks one through, the most accurate pass. Makaleli. Now it's Torres. Out to the left it goes. Tries to pass it through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's having a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Looking for options for movement. Hazard. It's Hazard! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's really well cleared. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. That's a cute ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Great ball, and he's in here. Hazard! Robertson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And this is big chance! What on the finish! It's bounced back off the post. So we're still where we started right now. And here's Messi, out towards the flank. Costa Curta charging forward down that flank. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Serginho promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. It's Hazard! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. And it's Robertson. And here's Richarlison. Threads one in. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Played out wide, back into the middle, and this is Hazard, and he was alert to it. Khan getting this one clear. So their fourth corner of the game. That has been knocked clear. Griezmann, a player who needs no introduction. He's found a way through. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's picked it up out wide. Shapes to shoot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Moved on forwards. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Park Ji-sung. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Griezmann. Gnabry. Now it's Yamal. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's got away. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Griezmann. Well read. Nice interception. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Costa Curta. Lee Kang-in. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Hazard. And he's in on goal. Rafinha!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. Laid back in.
Whatever happens, that's the
big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, that's fabulous. Costa Curta.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
He has found the way through. And it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. That gets things going for the second half. So the first half brought no goals. And Torres! Superb goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And that really is so impressive. So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the...
Hazard! And the ball's cut, and he's had a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cleared without complication. And it's Makalele. Goes for a shot! Chance, surely!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Serginho knocks it into space. No, again, there's no way through. And it's Messi. Lee Kang-in. He's gone for goal!
Substitution for South Korea. Number
South Korea
25,
choosing to make the
Griezmann.
first change.
Coming on to replace him is number 8, Danny Olmo.
And it's been taken short. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ball has bounced loose now. Can he stop it going out? And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice looking ball. It's a good ball out wide. Now what about a counter-attack? Well, that pass isn't the best. Can he get it through? Danny Olmo, he's picked... Great chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
South Korea really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
There's the shot! He has done it! And this is getting better and better.
After 65 minutes.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Lee Canyon, number 13.
So that's two now without reply.
Coming on the
Well, with
field,
this kind of authority,
number
Peter, why
9,
not push on and totally kill this
number
off?
20, Danielson.
Great vision. Danielson could try cutting inside here. That's very neat. South Korea are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! It's loose, and oh, what has happened here? And another try! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Substitution for South Korea, number 10.
South Korea
Messi.
making consecutive changes
Coming
here.
on the field
Yeah, they're
is
looking for some imagination,
number
and his
22,
job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile. The man pulling the strings.
Yeah, can they get him away?
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Yamal. Can he spark a counter here? Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Yamal receives it in a wide position. And the shot! Oh, it's come loose. He's tried one! A real chance and a real let-off.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And he's forced to go back. Gnabry. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Can he finish? In he goes again. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench. Goes for goal! What a hit. The save was firm.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Donadoni can get it clear. He's having a go! And now they can spring out of defence. Stood up well to him there.
There will be 5 minutes.
Well, it didn't look good for a
added time.
while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Can he finish? Pull it, and the counter is on. Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. And pull it! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. So that's it. It is all over. South Korea cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off.
Security staff.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, the contributions made by Barella, I think, will be key here, Peter. He loves to take up that right half space, we know that. But while he may not necessarily have the final pass or the assist for a goal, he'll have been involved in the move somewhere along the line. He's that kind of player. He's always there or thereabouts, and he's the kind of fella you want in your team.
He's having a shot! Goal! Republic of Korea! And South Korea lead! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
South Korea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Del Piero. Oh, this is a great position. And he shoots! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Terrific header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Inzaghi. It's not an especially good pass, that. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Good read, needed to be. Played out to the right. Griezmann tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Shot, surely! That's a sharp pass. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Albertini can see things others simply cannot. Great vision. Well, played right into his path. Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Not the most accurate pass. Skillfully... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, it's come loose! Costa Curta. And it's Barella. He's in plenty of space here. He's having a go! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Xavi Alonso. Can he get it through? Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Taken back almost at once. No luck with that dink over the top. Del Piero. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Probing pass. Costa Curta. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Inzaghi. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Distributed tidily. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Costa Curta getting this one clear. That's an imaginative pass. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. He's had it taken off him. That's really well manoeuvred. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Otto. Oh, the ball's come loose here. He's got away with one there. And we have our very first corner. Griezmann clears. And now they can spring out of defence. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Now it's Lee Kang-in. And he skips past his man. No, he's not getting past him there. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Griezmann. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? It's there! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Batistuta demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And there's the end of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
South Korea are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we're underway again. Xavi Alonso. Spread out to the left. Park Ji-sung gets into a good position. Griezmann. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Short changes him with that pass. Pass somewhat off target, but that has not gone well. DiMarco. Out to the left it goes. Knocks it into space. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. Xabi Alonso with the clearance. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And this is Inzaghi, and he's searching through. Oh, it's a great ball here. Barella showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Di Marco looking for the run. Del Piero in acres of space out wide. Decent chance! Just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Xabi Alonso viene sostituito con il numero 4.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
870 spettatori.
Di Marco threads one in, and this is Inzaghi, and he's had a shot! They've done it! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So all square and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much clash.
Chance for a shot! Goal! Republic of Korea! And again they hit the front. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
South Korea get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Cannavaro. More and more pressure on the ball here. Oh, good spread. Tries to pass it through. He's found the way through. And a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Filippo Inzaghi certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Numero 13, Park Ji-sung. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8, il numero 20.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Demilson. No, it's come to nothing. Barella. Looking for options for movement. Albertini. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Cannavaro. And it's Totti. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Messi. It's a pretty loose pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Platini.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Totti.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Costa Curta. Nicely weighted ball. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Platini. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it. Albertini! Denilson. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Now, can they get him away? He's in space and looking for options. He's a sharp little ball here.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Goes for a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Desperate defending required here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And they're quick to get it back. Villar shoots! And he's straight offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Foot in. We are into overtime. And he's on his way! And Batistuta! Now, who's going to be first to this? Denilson finds himself offside. Barella. So that's it. It is all over. South Korea can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Batistuta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.